Hey y'all, I'm really excited for this video because I am talking about my favorite all time since I've been alive NFL players, current, retired, doesn't matter. And I don't really have like them in any kind of order. I mean, I did save the best for last though. So yeah, let's talk about my favorite players. But before I get started, like I just said, they're not in any particular order except for the last one. And this is really just my biased opinion. There's no like kind of category comparison of why I like them. It's just, I just do, okay? So the first one is Mr. Steve Smith Sr., number 89 for the Panthers. He was a wide receiver. Oh my gosh, I remember watching him. And not only that, like he was my first ever NFL crush. Yes, he sure was, because I remember, oh my goodness, how old was I don't know, like maybe 8 or 9, and my brother was like playing Madden, right? And he was playing with the Panthers, and like you know they show the like real life pictures or like videos of the players when they come up on the screen or whatever, and they show Steve Smith, and I was like, oh my gosh, who is that? He was so fine, my little fourth grader self. Yeah, but I loved watching Steve Smith. He was amazing, and even I went to a Panthers game just because we were just wanting something to do, and I live in North Carolina, so and Charlotte's not far. And we went, and I took a picture with Steve Smith like name on the stadium thing, because I was like, oh my gosh, Steve Smith, my first NFL crush. So yeah, he is definitely one of my favorite NFL players ever. Another one of my favorite players to ever play in the NFL is Marshawn Lynch. I mean duh. With me being a Seahawks fan number one, like us 12, we adore Marshawn. And if you're 12 and you don't, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I loved watching Marshawn Lynch because I knew that whenever they gave him the ball, I could depend on him to get some yards, and he was just very like dominant. And even like still now, because you know like he's not playing anymore, but he's still kind of like in the public eye with him being on Club Shay Shay and him having like a lot of his own things, like his own blender and stuff like that. So he's still very much in the public eye, and even now still, like when he speaks with a lot of conviction, and he's very he seems to be like a chill person. I swear, like if I ever had the chance to meet him, I would just melt, because yeah. And also there's like this arena football team league that I think he owns in FCF called Beast. I have a jersey from that his team, and like a crop top too, because I went down there to Atlanta to kind of see FCF one time. And yeah, so I really love Marshawn Lynch, and I adored watching him when he played for the Seahawks. And I miss him terribly. I know my 12s miss him too, y'all. Oh, good times. Another one of my favorite NFL players is Chad Johnson, aka Ocho Cinco. Not only is just the name alone very catchy, I mean that's kind of a dumb reason to like somebody, but not really, because like I said, this is just my biased opinion, and I like them because I like them. But yeah, I also met him when I was down, like I just mentioned, I was down in Atlanta for watching FCF football, because you know Marshawn Lynch has a team down there, right? And I met Ocho Cinco down there. He was just sitting there like chilling, and my brother was like, oh my gosh, you know Ocho Cinco's here. And we went to take a picture with him and all that, and he seems really chill. But yeah, I also love listening to him and watching him on Club Shay Shay. Yeah, so, and just the fact that I met him and that he was pretty good for not pretty good, sorry, no disrespect, really good for the Bengals back in the day. And yeah, the name is catchy. I think he's well spoken. I just really like Ocho Cinco, or Chad Johnson. And another reason, I guess, is because we might be related. Did you ever think of that? Because we have the same last name. Johnson is a very common last name, so I could be related to a lot of people. But if I was actually related to Chad Johnson, that would be really cool. The next person that I love to death in the NFL currently is somebody that I stood up for and screamed my head off for when they announced his name on the starting lineup when I was in Seattle, Mr. Bobby Wagner, number 54 for the Seattle Seahawks. Oh, okay, so you know, I don't remember what movie or thing it was in. Like, it had something to do with Whitney Houston, right? And there was this background character that was like, Bobby, I love you. And every time he makes a play or they call his name, that is what I scream, Bobby, I love you. Because, listen, not only that, he is fine. Bobby Wagner is fine. He is so fine. But I can't do myself. We gonna keep this raw. I'm not doing another take. I'm not stopping this camera. So yes, I love Bobby Wagner because he was a part of the Legion of Boom. So Bobby Wagner is a linebacker, and technically the Legion of Boom was just a secondary, so the safeties and the corners. But he was on the team back then, so just spare me. Number one. And all of us 12s remember and love that time. And just, you can depend on him to make a play. And like I said, he's fine. And he just seems to be like a really good leader. And I love Bobby Wagner. Bobby, I love you because... Next on the list is the quarterback for the Chargers, Mr. Justin Herbert. I love watching Justin Herbert because, I don't know, like, he just seems like a very humble person. And even when, like, the Chargers, they will lose very close games or sometimes get blown out, like, I still really just like Justin Herbert. I think he can throw a dime. They might not always catch it, but he can definitely throw a dime. And, yeah, like, I feel like the Chargers is one of those teams that, oh boy, lose very close games and just kind of get looked over and stuff. But I have a lot of respect for the Chargers, and I definitely have a lot of respect for Justin Herbert, and he is definitely on this list for one of my favorite players. I don't know if Justin will like stay on the list for like all time, but I guess as far as like right now, he's on the list. Yeah, I like Justin Herbert. Okay, I'm really excited for this next one. I'm really excited. Oh, the next player on this list that is my favorite is Tyler Lockett. Duh. Did y'all really think he wasn't gonna make this list? I mean, I know I done got through a few already and hasn't heard his name yet, but he's on here. I love me some Tyler Lockett because I don't even know how to explain it. It's an on and off the field type thing for Tyler Lockett. Like, a lot of the players that I like is mainly for their on the field type stuff, but Tyler Lockett is definitely an on and off the field type person for me to like. I mean, I just like how he's very well spoken, his character and all that. And I don't know, like, just you know, like, Tyler gonna catch that ball. Now, the one thing that actually gets on my nerves about him is that he don't like to get tackled. It's football and you don't like to get tackled. I mean, come on. But I know, like, he's not a very big person, and when you have a big old safety coming at you, then you don't want your head knocked off. But then again, it is football still. But anyways, I still love him. I love him to death. I think we were playing the Rams, and I can't remember how many years ago it was. It might have been 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago when we were playing the Rams, and he caught that ball with his two big toes in the corner of the end zone. That was the most insane catch I have ever seen in all my days of watching football. Yes, more insane than the Odell Beckham one-handed catch. Yes, way more insane than that. So, I mean, I was already in love with the man before that, but that is one of the main plays that he has made that stick in my head forever. And even like beyond that, he can always come through when we need him to come through. Love Tyler Lockett. Another one of my favorite players to ever play in the NFL is somebody who is not currently playing right now, but I did enjoy watching him when he did play, and when he retired, even though I'm not a fan of this team, my heart actually broke, and that is Mr. Luke Kuechly. I loved Luke Kuechly. I don't know why, I just did. I'm not even a Panthers fan, but when he was done, I felt that one. But yes, I love Luke Kuechly. After he was done with football, he really isn't in the public eye anymore, like how some retired players are, like Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco and Richard Sherman and so forth. You know, like, he's not really in the limelight anymore, but that's okay. And I thought he was just a very stand-up guy and very respectable. You know, that Panthers franchise, how it was when he was there, and how it was when what's that boy name that left? Christian McCaffrey. He's not on the list, but I'm saying, like, when they were there, and Ron Rivera and Cam Newton, when the Panthers were like that, it was nice to watch. I'm not a Panthers fan. I'm definitely a diehard Seahawks fan. I love Luke Kuechly, and I love how he was and how the Panthers franchise as a whole was when he was there. It was nice. Another one of my favorite players in the NFL who just became one of my favorite players in the NFL for very, very valid reasons is Mr. Jake Bobo. I love me some Jake Bobo. You want to know why? It's because, well, besides the fact that he signed my poster, duh, but I saw that beautiful catch, 1 foot handed, whatever catch that he did, that for a touchdown in person when I was in Seattle, and I was just like, oh my gosh, yes, I love some Jake Bobo because he has promise, and I love watching him. And like I said, he did sign my poster, Jake Bobo. So yes, I love Jake Bobo. I might get a jersey of one of his jerseys one day. Oh yes.
Again, time near side, intercepted. It's intercepted by Chancellor. Touchdown. 89 yards.
Y'all remember that play? I remember that play. Oh, yes, indeed. I loved Cam Chancellor. He was so dominant. Oh my goodness. He was a monster. I love watching him. And then I even, that play or that moment or whatever happened to be in the newspaper, right? And I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in that closet right there. But, oh, I loved Cam Chancellor. I definitely kept that newspaper. And I miss him dearly. I miss him dearly. I just remember watching him when I was younger in middle school and stuff, and he definitely made this list and will be on this list probably forever. Now, this person I like simply because I know I said Bobby Wagner was fine, but this person I like literally just simply because they're fine. Just simply because they look good, bro. Jalen Hurts. That is the only reason. He's on this list, yeah. But for real, it's just because he's fine. Listen. Jalen Hurts. And also because I don't know if y'all have been or if you even started ever watching Abbott Elementary, but he was on the season premiere of this current season right now of Abbott Elementary, and I didn't like that show, but I started falling in love with that show. And then when they had Jalen Hurts on there, I said, oh, okay, yeah, he's fine too. He's so fine. Now, this person made the list for certain kind of complicated reasons because I used to really not like this person. And that is Mr. Aaron Rodgers. So the reason, let me explain why he's even on this list as one of my favorite players, is not because of his time at Green Bay or his playing abilities at all. Because I'm not too fond of Green Bay. I mean, they used to be up there with the teams I dislike, up there with the Chiefs, but they're not that up there anymore. They're just kind of not my cup of tea. Now, I don't hate Green Bay as much as I used to. Aaron Rodgers is on this list because of his character. And I'm talking about these people like I know them. I know I don't know them, so don't even drag in the comments. You don't know these people. Don't go there. But yeah, he made this list because I was watching Club Shay Shay one time, I think it was, and Marshawn Lynch was on there. It was an episode when Marshawn Lynch was on there, and he talked about how I think Marshawn was a freshman when Aaron was a senior.
Aaron Rodgers is the reason why I got my opportunity at Cal.
And Marshawn had got on the field. I don't know if it's very first time being on the field or not, something like that. And he ran the wrong way or something with a play.
And called a play, set in, go. I done went the wrong way.
Ah, man, damn, beast.
And Aaron and the coach was livid at Marshawn, right? And Aaron took the blame.
To open his mouth, I just hear A-Rod telling him no, that was me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow. And I was like, and as Marshawn was telling that story on Club Shay Shay, I was like, that's interesting. I just like how just seems like a very mellow-tone, low-key, kind of humble person. So yeah, Aaron Rodgers is on this list a little bit reluctantly because I don't like Green Bay, but I had to put him on this list because I think he's a very stand-up guy. So if you were following me back when I went to Seattle for my birthday, you know this person has got to be on the list. I mean, come on. Freaking DJ Dallas. I mean, the man gave me his cleats. Hold on, let me go get him real quick. Okay. But yeah, the man gave me his cleats. I mean, you can top that, but y'all, I went across the country to Seattle, Washington to see a home game for my birthday, and one of the players gave me their cleats, and you think they're not going to be on this list? Are you crazy? Oh my goodness gracious. Like, I can't even explain that moment for me. It's going to take a lot to top it. It's going to take a lot. And I will forever, like, DJ Dallas, you forever touched my heart, because it was such a surreal moment. I couldn't even believe what happened. And y'all, even after that, like, people were fascinated by just how I looked, you know, in Seattle. Like, I had my long blonde braids and stuff, and like there wasn't a lot of people there that looked like me, and so I was very easy to point out. So like after that, everybody knew who I was. It was people coming up to me on the streets like, oh my gosh, I see you on the Jumbotron, he gave you your cleats, oh my goodness. Like, it was like the whole thing, like it was people like crowding me, y'all. Like, it was crazy. So I love DJ Dallas. Thank you for the cleats. I will, even though I'm not going to be able to do anything with them. I mean, these things are huge. But yeah, it just, that moment is what will forever be in my heart. So yeah, love DJ Dallas. And last, but certainly not least, y'all, I had to change my clothes for this one. I told y'all I saved the best for last. I don't care if y'all don't like Russell. I love Russell, and I've always loved him. Russell Wilson is my favorite player to ever, now, currently, then, whatever, play in the NFL. Oh, sorry if that was loud. I love that man. Oh my gosh. And it's, I can't explain it. I just love Russell Wilson. And even like through all the dragging and the screaming and the yelling at him on the sidelines, and just how good or how bad he played, whatever, he's just stayed calm, humble, positive. I love it. Y'all might call him a square. Y'all might call, I don't care. And if I was at that game when it was the opening game, not this past season we just had, but the season before that, when he was first at the Broncos and they booed him, I wouldn't have booed him. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have booed him. I just wouldn't have. I love Russell, and I always will. And he probably will forever be my number one. Like, I'm so serious. Where my little number one? Yes. Love Russell. Yes, forever and always, because he was, I know I said Steve Smith was my first crush, but Russell is my current and forever NFL crush, because I always said that I was going to marry this man. I always said that. Yes, I said that, Sierra. I said I was going to marry him, and I still mean that. So yes, y'all, I love Russell Wilson. I always have since I was like 10 or 11 years old, y'all. Y'all have no idea. And like, one of the main reasons why I wanted to go to Seattle for my 21st birthday is because I wanted to see him play in action at home. But he left before I could turn 21, which kind of hurts, because I thought he was going to retire as a Seahawk. I really did. It's weird seeing him in a different uniform. It really is. But yeah, watching him scramble around in the pocket and just always be making a play out of nothing, and always being positive and being humble and having like good things to say, and not being just somebody of that character, I guess. Yeah, so I can talk about Russell for a really long time, and before I start rambling about him, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this video up right here. But before I actually do, I have a couple of honorable mentions that I feel like deserve a shout out, because they didn't quite make the list of people that I really love and adore, but I still love and respect them as players, and I really like them. So of course, DK Metcalf, Julius Peppers, Tyreek Hill, Earl Thomas, Eli and Peyton Manning, Max Crosby. And I know these are not players, these are coaches. Yeah, they definitely deserve something said, which is Pete Carroll. Of course, I made a whole tribute to him, man. I hate that he's gone. But yes, Pete Carroll and Dan Campbell. Man, I love the fire on his butt. Man, Dan Campbell, yeah, oh yeah, he's definitely, him and Pete Carroll. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the players that I love to death. All-time players, current, retired, whatever, it doesn't matter. I know the NFL season is over, but I still love football. Y'all should know this by now. It's my third video kind of talking about sports, and I think it's been going pretty well so far. And if y'all want me to keep talking about sports, let me know, or let me know your all-time favorite player down in the comments, or and why, or the players that maybe you don't like. Maybe I'll make a video about players I don't like. So yeah, that is pretty much it that I have for y'all right now. I'm still going to talk about the other stuff that I do talk about on this channel. I don't know when I'm going to go back to it because I really like how this sports thing has been going for me, and I really love talking about football. But I will go back to, you know, my story times and my talks, and, you know, talking about cheer more heavily eventually. But for right now, I really love this football thing, and I really love this sports thing. And if I revert all the way to just doing sports, I would definitely let y'all know beforehand. Just let me know what y'all want. I'm here for y'all. I will see y'all next week with another video in one of those categories, I guess. So yeah, see you later.